One of the challenges you face in agriculture is loss and profit, whether you like it or not. No matter the jazz and the juju and the prayers that you make, there's always profit and loss. It is a normal part of life. My name is Maria Habila, and I make videos about agriculture, entrepreneurship. I'm an agricultural entrepreneur. I have a farm. I run an agri investment company as well. I sell kaya mata, natural sex enhancement products, aphrodisiacs. I also run a blog. I just want to make money, and I love money, and I love talking about money. So this YouTube channel is all about money, especially as regards how to make it. But when you are talking about how to make money, you have to include how you can lose money as well. One Mr. Yaya from Kura local government here in Kano State lost about 3 million naira in 1 month as a result of an outbreak in tomato disease. This tomato disease is called Tula absoluta, also known as Ebola in tomato. Now, if you notice, tomato has been scarce in your community. It has been expensive. They are selling you unripe baby tomato because that is all that is available at the moment. And tomato scarcity is not about to be over because it is getting worse and worse and worse. Tomato has really been scarce and very expensive, and I want to know why. As an agri entrepreneur, maybe I'll start farming tomato. Maybe I have the solutions to the scarcity of tomato. So let's get going to the tomato market, the vegetable market, #1 vegetable market in Kano, to find out the real problem why tomato is expensive. So tomato has been very expensive recently because there's an outbreak, like I said in the intro. But do you know some people are really cashing out of this? My mother just gave me a tea yesterday that was like, what? Now let me bring you back to speed. People are making millions of naira through tomato scarcity, while others are losing a lot of money. My mother is making money from tomato scarcity. Farmers are losing money from tomato scarcity. Now, I went to see the different tomatoes that were available at the Yankaba market in Kano State, and there are different grades of tomato basically. And I wanted to be as discreet as possible because, this is the north, and then there are a few restrictions here and there. And so I decided to ask some of the farmers and some of the sellers of the tomato what is happening. Apparently, if you want to buy this basket, they will convince you that it will ripen after some time. So this basket can go for like 15,000 naira. It depends on, your bargaining power. And then these big ones can go for 26, 27 to even 30,000 naira. A few days ago, this basket was going for 50,000 naira. I am not joking. So this basket, they are seeing that sometimes when tomato is really very available, like when it's in full season, you can get it for 7,000 naira, this big basket, but it was sold for 50,000 naira because of the scarcity. As I said in the intro, it was as a result of the tomato Ebola. Now, one thing that I would say about this tomato thing and the entire agribusiness in general is that agriculture is a gamble. You can be lucky enough to, make money, and you can be unlucky enough to lose a lot of money. So I'll give you guys a quick backstory while I'm showing you guys this tomato and trying to explain to you different things. My mother told me, I think the last time I went home, that she bought dried tomato from one village here in Kano State. That's when tomato was still in season. So when tomato is in season like this, people will just, maybe when this basket is like 7,000 naira, can you see the rate at which it's half unripe that is inside? People are just harvesting it because tomato needs to be consumed. And they will convince you that this thing will get ripened, but at the end of the day, me and you know that ripe concon is just gonna get rotten. Now my mother bought tomato. I think, how many bags did she buy? I think she bought it for 14,000 naira. She bought the dried tomato for 14,000 naira. Like I said, when tomato is in season like this type of small rubbers, you can find it for like 200 naira. But as at today, this small rubber that you're seeing is 1,500 naira. Then these other ones are like 2,500 naira in the market. Anyway, my mother bought tomato for 14,000 naira per bag. Sometimes in February, I guess. Yeah, February, because that's the last time I was at home. In February. And when she bought it, she just kept it. Now that tomato is scarce and all that has happened, a bag of dried tomato costs 36,000 naira. Yes. Ipshu, my mother, I don't know, man. A bag of tomato costs 36,000 naira right now, the dried one. Is she not cashing out? She's cashing out. But those who farmed it and felt like, oh, some lucky farmers can, get for as cheap as 7,000 basket. I don't even know. Like, it's just crazy, you guys. It's crazy. Agriculture is a gamble, honestly. That's what I'll just tell you guys. It's a gamble. 1.3 billion naira was lost, and 300 hectares of land was also lost to this tuta absoluta, which is not planned, but like it's part of the things that happens with agriculture. So if you are doing anything investments, just be open-minded and know that disease can happen. Like the last video I made saying the things I don't know about agriculture, these are some of the things that you don't know. You plan, like, I'm going to cash out. Let's say now this year people sold tomato for 50,000 per basket. You this year when I say I'm going to farm tomato, I'll be fleet, and at the end of the day you will not make much money. Tomato have costs. You guys just saw the intro of this video. Now I'll be taking you guys on a journey of the essence of loss and profit in business using tomato as a case study. This year, one man alone lost 3 million naira in Kura local government here in Kano State. From my house to Kura local government is like 15 minutes drive. The man lost 3 million naira, and some people will lose 1 naira and start to curse people. You cheated me. Agribusiness is very risky, yet very profitable. There was a little break in transmission, but we are here again to just conclude this video. Now, there are different types of tomato, and some people were lucky enough not to get entangled in this tomato disaster. This outbreak was first noticed in Kura, in Garumalam and Bunkure local government here in Kano State. So the states that are majorly affected, who are like the major suppliers of tomato, there are like 5 major states that supply tomato, which is Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Gombe, and Plateau State. They are like the 5 major states that like are producing tomato. Right now, one state is not affected and they are doing so well. That is Plateau State. I don't know whether it's the weather or whatever, or God is just being on their side. I don't know what it is. It is just nature, and that is the gamble of doing investments and agribusiness and any business in general. They were not affected, and their tomatoes are now the ones that are really, in the market, and they are making a lot of money. Funny enough, even tomatoes here in Kano, some have been able to escape the trauma and the infestation of the Ebola. And I would really commend like the government in trying to notify people. Me, as soon as I heard it, tomato was still cheap then. I didn't even have sense. I bought plenty tomato and stored. But I did not until I went to my local area here to buy tomato, and I saw unripe babies, and I'm like, what does this thing look like? I don't even know. They're like, oh, it's tomato. I said, I know they buy. I do not buy. Okay, so people are cashing out. I mentioned my mother is cashing out because my mother bought tomato for 14,000 a bag, and now it's selling for 36,000 naira. That is more than double of the money, right? And eventually it might rise, it might drop. It depends. Now, greed can also be part of these things, because I bought it 14 and I'll leave it until it's 50,000 probably, and in the next 2 months fresh tomato will be out, so like all this thing would be over. It will be long gone. It will not last for a long time. You should not say, well, I want to keep it for a long time. Greed will not make her like lose a lot of money. But then again, it is agriculture and it is a gamble. It is a win or lose situation. You can calculate it, but there's just a level that your calculation can take you. There's a part where your calculation will stop and you will calculate and calculate and it will not be adding up. for those who have lost, we are really like, we sympathize with you guys for your loss. And for those who are making money, I beg, let the money trickle down. Mama, your daughter is here, send me small money. You guys, I learned everything I know about agriculture from my mother, because like she has held me and carried me through it, and I celebrate her through it. Some of you guys have seen her in some of my videos, and I just share about like how she inspires me. She watches me through it. There are times when I'll go to the market and she'll just surprise me and show up and say, oh, look, I just want to support you, and those things really mean a lot to me. So yeah, scarcity can happen in agriculture, and it can be to your advantage or to your disadvantage. You can be at the pest infestation level, or you can be at the reward level. You never know. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.